Guys, if we know something about Tesla or Elon Musk, then it's that Elon Musk is not joking around. And today's update, just a couple of hours since the live stream that I did on this huge event, that Tesla moving out of California. Yeah, that's happening, guys. And currently, just after that, as Elon Musk said, he's you have to say whatever he says he's really doing, right? I mean, sometimes it's a little bit late, right? If with his projections, this is not his strength. But he said yesterday in a tweet that he actually will file a lawsuit against Alameda County, where they need to, reopen Fremont factory, but they don't want to. So he decided to make a lawsuit, and actually he did. So here, let's have a look. I woke up to that, and obviously this is something that is interesting, guys. An 18-page complaint against for injunctive and declaratory relief. Yeah. Tesla versus Alameda County. So this is actually there's a 3, 4, 5, 7 point, 8 point, many points that I will not go into all of that, guys, because this would be just too much for our just breaking news section here. But I just want to show you guys that Tesla is really, or Elon Musk also specifically, is always doing what he says, and he might be sometimes a little bit extrovert, but I think that it's for the good of Tesla. He really, and I think this is also true for the latest podcast of Joe Rogan. If you didn't have seen it, make sure to have seen it. It's a 2 hours piece, but if you want to just have a summary, I summarized it in my channel as well. However, he said that it's very important for him, the outcome of Tesla, obviously, and sustainable energy and going to Mars and this kind of things. And he believes that, all this bureaucracy things need to stop, or are very, let's say, how to put it in words, it's like a blockade for him, right? He tried to make this life-changing things for all of us, and in the end of the day, he is going to get this speed bumpers that the US government or the counties by the states by himself put it in his way, which is, especially also for Tesla investors, not a great thing. And he seems to have more interest to move to Texas. Now, speaking about Texas, there's 2 things actually to think about, and then I want to talk about towards end of this quick 10 minutes breaking news about the stock, or how the stock could react tomorrow. So first of all, Texas is nothing new for Elon Musk. Elon Musk has already a couple of facilities there, especially for his other company, SpaceX. So if you're looking here into the Texas area, then you see that Texas SpaceX rocket development facility is already here, and then you have a little bit more south the rocket launch facility, right? So you see he's quite familiar with the Texas area. Moreover, I think that's more interesting because of 2 things. Now, I don't know, there's for sure somebody that is saying it's bad for Tesla, and there is people saying that's good for Tesla. Let's talk about first the bad for Tesla. I don't know how it will be that people want to relocate to Texas, right? So what about this core people in the headquarters that are working on some important things and then move to Texas? This will be in question number 1. Question number 2 will be, is California has like a hub for really interesting people in the software development, in the tech space? Maybe California is one of the capital state of this tech, with all the big tech companies there, you know, from Apple to other companies like you know, Oracle, all the companies, big companies, Google, Facebook, all of them are in California. So you have like a pool of very interesting people that you can hire and also have the resources for. However, you know, we are totally living in a connected and digitalized world, and we see that remote working just got a push due to this health crisis, and maybe it's not a big deal to make everything or most of it remotely from now on. Then let's talk about the good things though. Texas is for sure, guys, for sure more open, let's say, you know, in terms of this kind of closures didn't happen in Texas, or not in the scale. So I think for the future they are more business supporting, especially because Texas has not this kind of big businesses over there. However, I think also that the overall operation will be much cheaper, because obviously Texas will be much cheaper than California is, that's for sure. And I think, you know, it's really interesting to see also which part of the operations will be there, and this will be further announced for sure in the next couple of days, and then we know what does it really mean for Tesla, right, to be now in Texas. Before closing, we want to talk about a little bit about the stock. Now, let's talk about what Tesla stock might look like tomorrow, okay? And therefore, let me just open the Tesla stock chart for you guys. And then we will have a look into the stock. So the current stock price is at $820. It was a plus 5% on Friday, and it had a huge run since the 4th of May, since Monday, and we gained about 17% in the stock. We are now at the $152 billion cap, which is huge, guys. And I think that, you know, I said it before, I think the stock price of Tesla is now almost price to perfection. You know, we have seen this kind of things in the past. We have seen it in Netflix, and those kind of events or negative. I think the most negative here is definitely that Fremont will stay closed. I think, you know, that the relocation of Palo Alto to Texas is not that big of a deal in the end of the day, but I think the overall bad situation or news for Tesla will be that the Fremont factory is closed, because with Shanghai closed, I don't know if it's still the case, but if Shanghai is still closed and Fremont is closed, there's no production of cars in the whole world for Tesla, right? And on the other side, you can also see that we are closed since the last week of March. So we are closed since about 6 weeks now, okay, going the 7th week. And if it stays closed until end of beginning of June, then guys, then we are losing 2 months and 1 week, right? And then you have to consider that also the company needs to ramp the production, which will also take and train people, that would also take a week or two. And you know, I see that this is quite problematic for Tesla in terms of stock price, but we shall see, right? You never know. With the beauty about Tesla is, you know, there could be bad news, like it was with the stock price recently. And I think it was here where the stock lost. Yeah, again, exactly. So here it lost 10.3% because Elon Musk wrote Twitter on Twitter, and that the stock price is too high in his opinion. And then from there, the stock went just up as there was nothing, 17%. So people are using this short dips to load up more, apparently, of Tesla stock, which is great for investors. And I think that we should see. It's totally unpredictable what this Tesla stock can do tomorrow. So if you liked it, make sure to thumb up this video, subscribe if you're new here. And today is Tesla Sundays, so a vlog about Tesla, and later on also big live stream about Tesla only. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching, and I see you later. Have a nice Sunday.